Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. It's good to have you with us on this Friday. Can you believe it? It's already we're January the 6th now? Or December the 6th. I said January 6th. I'll be on vacation still January the 6th, but it's December the 6th. We got that cleared up. Randy Ramsey was my co-host this morning. I'm already in January, Randy.
I feel you. You're already ahead. I wish I was already in January. It would mean that I would not be cleaning up from our Thanksgiving flood.
Yeah, what happened there? Your house got flooded the day before Thanksgiving. I caught that bit before we went on the air, but what exactly happened?
I left my husband unattended, and I just shouldn't have.
Blame
But,
it on your husband, right?
I'm not blaming. He did it. He left the water running in the sink and
Oh
flooded the entire
my.
downstairs of my house.
Oh
I'm
no.
blaming it. He literally did it.
So
But
did you
I will
guys
say it's good for the guilt.
did I bet it is. Hey, did you guys go out to eat though for Thanksgiving?
No, actually, if you remember, our old friend Julie Newland was out of
Yeah.
town, so I borrowed her house and cooked at her house while she wasn't there. Because
Good for
that's
you.
what good friends do for each other. They loan them their house, but she did stipulate, don't leave Stephen in the house alone.
Don't yeah, yeah. Wow. He'll never live that one down.
Never.
Never will. Hey, Randy, it is Film Friday. I know you've got a couple of guests we're going to be talking to in a little while, but we want to thank everyone who's joining us this Friday. Of course, it is hashtag Film Friday, hashtag Finally Friday, and we've got a lot on tap for you today. You're watching us live 10 a.m. We're here just about every Monday through Friday when HCC is in session. And you can also catch us anytime, Randy, in social media, also on cable channel too.
That's right. We're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and YouTube. We're also on X, sadly, LinkedIn, and HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
You're not an X fan?
It's really just become a terrible cesspool.
Oh, come on now. That's where we get a lot of our paranormal news on there. A lot of stuff out there.
I just feel like everyone comes on to put people down, and I'm like, I'm just not
Oh
here,
yeah, you
you
just get
know?
that out of your algorithm. You can find other
Yeah.
cool stuff on there. Hey, we've got a couple of guests, Randy, you're going to be talking to. They are here for Film Friday. Amanda Borges and also Chase Manor are joining us now. They are both with the Mistakes Film Club. Good to have you both with us this morning. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. It's
You
good to
guys are just bright and cheery. Where are y'all coming to us live from now?
We are actually here on campus.
Yes.
We are at the HCC's A-Leaf Hayes campus.
Okay. All right. The Northwest College. Good deal. Well, stick around. We'll be with you, and Randy will be with you in about 10 minutes. All right. It is, tomorrow is Pearl Harbor Day. And in honor of Pearl Harbor Day, one of our favorite Texas museums, tell us what it was like to be a child back on that terrible day. Lauren Kornegay Dollar is the adult programs coordinator, and Nicole Bagley is the collections and exhibits director, both with the National Museum of the Pacific War in Fredericksburg. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
So,
Good morning.
welcome to the show. We've had the museum on the show several times for our Family Fun Day segment. But Lauren, let's start with you. You always commemorate Pearl Harbor Day. But for those who may not be familiar with this day, maybe you can give us a brief thumbnail of it.
Yes. Okay, so we always do a commemoration for Pearl Harbor Day on December 7th because the Pearl Harbor attacks occurred on Saturday, this year it's Saturday, but on December 7th, 1941. Our commemoration starts at the Pearl Harbor Wall, where we honor those that did not survive the attacks. And then after the Pearl Harbor Wall commemoration, we move into the Nimitz Ballroom, where we will listen to a presentation by Dorinda Nicholson. And she is a survivor of Pearl Harbor Day. She was 6 years old when it happened, and I was speaking with her earlier, and she still vividly remembers seeing the Japanese planes fly over, and she remembers seeing a Japanese pilot's face and his goggles from that day so long ago. She was 6 years old, and it made such an impact on her memory and her life.
You know, I've heard that story before. I remember seeing it in a documentary where someone was talking about seeing the face of the pilot, just to tell you how low they were when this attack was happening. Now, this perspective this year, obviously, you're going to have this guest, but it's from a child's perspective, correct?
Yes. So this year we went with the child's perspective of Pearl Harbor Day. She wrote Pearl Harbor Child. So we're very happy to have her here and to be able to share her story with all of our guests. She's also an author of several other books, including a coloring book about her story, The Pearl Harbor Child, which I think focuses on her dog and how her dog was lost during the attacks.
Wow. I don't know if you visited Pearl Harbor, but boy, it is such a impactful location for those who haven't visited. I mean, really, what it is today, it's a memorial, but it's also, in a way, a water cemetery as well.
Yes. Last year, we kind of focused on that aspect, that it is such a complex site because it is a museum, but also an active internment site. So those that served at Pearl Harbor are allowed to be interned at Pearl Harbor. So it is a delicate site, and we are really blessed to be able to share this story about the Pearl Harbor Child, but also just to share any of the other stories. We have a plethora of them on our website that people can look up. We also have the names listed on our Pearl Harbor wall. So we are a wealth of knowledge and resources in regards to Pearl Harbor and anyone wanting to learn more about what happened on that day.
For people who may not know, they may be thinking, now the national museum is located in Fredericksburg, but there's a big tie to Fredericksburg. Maybe you can explain that. I know there's the Nimitz Hotel there. Maybe you can tell us about what's going to happen tomorrow, but tell people why this museum is located in Fredericksburg, Texas.
Okay, we get this question a lot. So we are located in beautiful Fredericksburg, Texas, because Admiral Chester Nimitz was born here in Fredericksburg, Texas, and he was the fleet commander in the Pacific Theater. All right, so he was calling a lot of the shots that were going on and making a lot of the plans. He was there on the Missouri for the signing of the peace treaties. He was a pivotal figure in World War II.
You know, the event's happening tomorrow. Tell us a list of what you guys have going on, because you got a procession, and you're going to, looks like you're going to be having the presentation inside the Nimitz Hotel as well. Yes,
so we'll start at 11:55. It's a very specific time because that is the time that the attack started, but Texas time, not Hawaiian time. So we will start at 11:55 with the commemoration at the Pearl Harbor Wall, which is just inside our courtyard. We'll have a wreath laying there, and our new CEO, Steve Salazar, will say a few words about the event. We'll have a moment of silence, and then we will move into the Nimitz Ballroom for more of the program. So for the presentation and afterwards, we'll have some activities for families. So we will have coloring pages from Dorinda Nichols' coloring book for the little ones. We'll also have origami. Everyone who wants to will get to make a paper crane, and then they will leave that paper crane in our Japanese Peace Garden. They can also make a lotus because we have a volunteer who is very passionate about making lotus, and I tried really hard to make one, and it kind of turned out, but I'm very glad that she's going to be there to help. I also tried to make a paper crane, and it kind of turned out, but we have experts coming to help make the origami, so the kids will have a good time with it. Dorinda will also be available to chat with anybody who is interested, and her books will be there for sale, and she'll be there to sign them as well.
Nicole, I want to bring you into the conversation as well. Fredericksburg, Christmas, it's that time of year as well. I mean, you have this event going on every year, but you also have a big Christmas celebration in Fredericksburg as well.
We do. Every year we do that as well. So we are one of the top destinations in Texas for Christmas. The German immigrants settled here in 1846, and they brought with them a lot of traditions and a lot of heritage. So Fredericksburg does a lot to honor that, and that includes lights. It includes our Marktplatz, which is the market square. We have a big market. A lot of the vendors here get really involved. And then tonight as well is the Light the Night Parade. And so that starts at 6:30
Wow.
going down our historic downtown area, Main Street. And the museum will, of course, be involved. So we will have one of our ducks, which is a designation for a World War II amphibious vehicle, where you will see some of our staff and volunteers waving in the cold. But it is exciting.
I want to ask you about a few things. We're running out of time, but you've got a new attraction, and I want to know about Jungle Mom and the Crisco Cave experience. Tell me those three things in about a minute and a half.
Okay, so the rescue is our new multi-sensory experience. So this is the first of its kind for an attraction here in Texas, and we're bringing it to our museum. So you're going to experience the rescue of refugees off the Philippine island of Negros in 1944. And you were going to be rescued by a Baleo-class submarine called the USS Crevalle. So you were going to be going through a hut, a jungle, and onto a moving submarine where you will watch all of these films. The
Very cool.
experience is going to be led by a 7-year-old character named Berna Rial, who actually experienced this herself. So she gave us an oral history. We got to see a lot of the historical accuracies come through on this, but like I said, it moves. You'll be depth charged. You might feel some water spray as well. So it'll be pretty exciting.
Great experiences, a lot going on in Fredericksburg. Make sure you check it out, the National Museum of Pacific War, and talk to these people who witnessed World War II. And there really aren't many of them around. Both my grandfathers fought in the war, and we're losing them every day. So when you get these experiences to meet somebody or listen to somebody who witnessed this, make sure you talk to them. We wish you guys the best of luck with the event tomorrow. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Film Friday and what's going on with that. Randy Ramsey's up next in 60 seconds.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
That one day at PE when they were yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much that helped me. I finally knew that I had somebody.
And welcome back. It is time for our Film Friday guests, who I know really well. And I'm super excited to have them here. Amanda Borges, the digital media producer, and Chase Manor, the outreach coordinator for the Mistakes Film Club. We're super excited to have you here. And you guys, you're new and you're bright and shiny, but also just amazing young filmmakers just making it happen. So Amanda, let's start with you. Can you tell us exactly what the Mistakes Film Club is?
Yes, so hello everybody. Hi Ramsey, nice to see you again. So basically, Mistakes Film Club is a film production organization for both emerging filmmakers, so those could be students or recent film alumni, but also for seasoned filmmakers that want to join us on different projects. And it's always very special connections because they get to bring this experience, knowledge into the productions and different sets that we do. And yeah, so right now we are making different projects and focusing mainly on the web series.
Yeah, tell me about the web series, because I was talking to Vanessa about it, one of your other founders, recently.
Yes. So basically, this is our big concept that we came up with, and I will explain why. The web series consists of a series of episodes where we have different characters in each, starting scrolling through different media, so channel surfing, looking for something to watch. It could be a catalog, it could be on a TV. And the projects that come up on their screen and eventually the whole screen are the projects that we make. So, our short films and everything. Um, and basically, we came up with this so it would accommodate for our different ideas. So, projects that don't connect to each other at all. People get to make different short films with different genres that they like. So, it could be horror, comedy, romance, nothing that really connects together, but will with each episode. But also,
Because it doesn't limit the content. So you're
exactly.
not limited to it has to be these characters, and then you have to all. So what you did was find a mechanism that allows everyone to fully pursue their own storylines and imagination.
Yes, exactly. And they can also be different formats. They don't have to be narrative,
Hmm.
spec commercials, spec PSAs, music videos, short documentaries, mockumentaries. We have some of those. So, yeah, it's very fun. And then we take
And
the,
and you guys are actively producing them, right?
yes, yes, we
So tell
take,
me about your set, your what's going on your sets briefly.
oh, okay. So, on set, we are taking the process from script to screen.
Hmm.
So whatever happens on sets is usually stuff that we've written together on our either our writers' rooms online on Discord, which is our main communication platform with all the members. Or also we have in-person writers meetups. So we get to write scripts and read from each other's, usually at a cafe like around Houston. Um, and yeah, on the sets, we are just coming together in different roles, alternating like positions with people that we have recruited from Discord or our Instagram. We're very active there. Yeah.
So, talking about social media, Chase, that brings us to you because you're the outreach coordinator. So, you're involved in obviously, I'm assuming the social media, but also your social events. So, let's start with social hours. Tell me about those.
So our social hours are really just a chance for everyone to come together and get to hang out, because there's like a bunch of different like film events that happen regularly in the Houston areas, and they all have like their different niches, right? Like everybody kind of has their own different purpose, and I think our purpose is really like, as far as our come together, is less of like a networking event, like we don't talk a whole bunch about film when we do our social hours because we just want to get to like hang out and get to know each other. Like we all know we're like filming content. We all know that like we're trying to get something maybe funded, but it's like, who are you, right? Like we all just kind of just want to hang out and like we're Houston is like the film scene in Houston is like is pretty tight, right? Like it's a smaller scene compared to other cities like maybe Austin. So it's like when we
But
come
it's getting bigger. It's getting
yeah.
bigger all the time.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely getting bigger, and that's what we love about it. So it's like we want to like really get to know each other, you know. So that's what our social hours are about. It's like really just a chance to like come together and just like be friends, like eat some nachos.
Well, and yeah, just meet people that you like who have similar interests to you and just purely be social. Like it's nice to go someplace and be social without an ulterior motive.
Exactly, that's really
Yes.
what it is.
Yes.
That's really what it
Yeah.
is.
And I mean, I love First Thursdays and I'm super social and that's great. I was just there last night, but it's it's nice. It's nice to be able to just be like, hey, let's just have a nacho and hang out. So, really quickly, you guys have your honorable mention showcase tonight at 6 p.m. at Cinemark in Memorial City. I'm so excited about this. But also, I should say that didn't you guys start doing this at HCC a few years ago? Because you're both HCC alum.
Yes.
Yes, so this is actually our first time doing it off of HCC's campus. So I think we were all just like maybe a little bit nervous because going
Yeah.
into I don't know how many seats, I'm sure you know, I don't know how many seats are here on campus, but it's definitely probably less than half of what is at Cinemark. So, but yeah, this is our first time being off campus doing this, and we have a bunch of great submissions. We are almost at capacity for the theater, which is incredible. So we are just super excited and super grateful, super
Yes.
grateful that people are
And this is young filmmakers, emerging filmmakers. I shouldn't say young because that's ageist, but emerging filmmakers who are going to screen their films. But also, there's going to be a Q&A.
yes.
There's a Q&A, and it's just a great opportunity to see some new work.
Exactly. This is an opportunity for people to gauge like how the audience perceives their shorts, right? Like it's an important part of the process. Like I think we all need to be getting, feedback from each other. That's also like touching on a writer's room. Like it's so important to like table read and like hear things out loud, and so like getting the opportunity to like see something on the big screen, like the big screen, right? It's like it's a great part of the process because you want to hear the audience's reaction. You want to hear how things are how things are coming off if they if they're different than they were in your head, right? So it's important.
Yeah, it sounded funny in your head, and then you sit in the audience and no one laughs, and you think, okay, well maybe that's a change I should make. It's terrifying but rewarding. Well, I am super excited. Like I said, I have RSVP'd for tonight, and hopefully the contractors will leave so I can get there. But thank you guys so much for being here, Amanda Borges and Chase Manor, both with Mistakes Film Club and our Film Friday guests. We're going to have all your info in the post after the show. And I will just say personally, if you are an emerging filmmaker in Houston, you should get involved because these guys are doing great work and they're the next generation of storytellers. And I'm super excited.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And coming up after a quick commercial break, Todd and I will return with some news and announcements.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute. Todd Duplantis here, and we're wrapping up this Friday with a few announcements of things happening across the district. One of them, A Taste of Dance. It's happening at HCC's Northwest Performing Arts Center, 7:30 tonight, December the 6th. This is a final project by ensemble students at the Spring Branch campus. They'll perform solos they choreographed and the works by guest choreographers. We'll have more information in our post after the show. And it is finals week, Randy.
That's right. And HCC Coleman College is helping students de-stress during finals week with 2 days of calming activities in the Tower Atrium. During Kindness Connects, students can post or take uplifting messages. On Tuesday, with Scent and Serenity, they can create stress-free relief tools while also engaging in a relaxing activity. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday to December 10th is Kindness Connects, and Tuesday, December 11th is Scent and Serenity. Check our post after the show for more info.
De-stress relief tools. Okay. All right. We'll go with that. Hey, Media Arts Showcase. What? What?
Just look. Don't give me a hard time, Todd. It's been a tough week.
Tougher week for your husband, though. Media Arts Showcase. That's a week from tomorrow. It's happening at the Spring Branch Performing Arts Center. The end of the semester compilation public screening of student projects from the media arts programs, including filmmaking, audio recording technology, business, music business, all types of stuff. Check it out. Week from tomorrow. Check our post for more info on that. And we also have an Instagram exhibition happening as well.
That's right. Instagram is once again serving as our gallery walls for an exhibition that features studio classes from all colleges in the HCC system. The viewing link is available through the 31st. So check our post after the show for the link and check out our student art.
Okay, for the sake of time, we're going to let you know that registration is underway now for spring 2025. This semester, bam, gone, almost. It's finals week. Graduation's happening next week. Then the holidays. Then we come back. Classes start middle of January. So we've got a big month ahead of us. Make sure you register now. Get it out of the way. 2 ways online. 2 of them are hybrid. And of course, in-person classes available as well. hccs.edu/apply. Mental Health Monday coming up. Dr. Katrina Gary Forte returns to talk about holiday indulgences and how we should not overdo it. Okay, watch that. And then Coleman College also returns to discuss its surgical tech program. All that and more Monday on Up to the Minute. Randy, have a good weekend. Don't be too hard on your husband. It was a mistake. I'm sure it was an accident.
And mistakes happen. So
They do.
But have a great weekend, Todd. Enjoy, get outside, enjoy some good weather.
All right. Enjoy the wet. Well, it's not going to be that great tomorrow. It's supposed to rain and be cold. But if you like rain and cold, head out to the pool. Enjoy it. Why not? Thanks for being here today, folks. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday morning live on Up to the Minute.